Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Total War Troy, where we play as Menelaus, the king of Sparta, and today we are starting with a battle for the what is this settlement called? I don't even know, but oh yeah, the Zelia region. So we were besieging that settlement, and it seemed like they are now leaving or trying to break the siege because they run out of supplies and they will start to die of attrition. And now it seems like also Paris this time came with reinforcements, but if you've seen a previous episode, you know that last time he was supposed to show up, but he didn't, and I wonder if that will be the case here as well. But for now, let's just do a quick save and play this battle. This time, it seems like he will come from different direction, and as you can see, it seems like Paris will not, probably will not cower this time. Yeah, he will not, because the enemy is already receiving reinforcements. So I guess that's okay, and we can also already send our chariot, because they will basically just charge the enemy ranged units, which should be plenty of which should be plenty, because there is Paris incoming, and you know, he himself is basically a ranged unit. We could also like move our army a little, but we will not do that, I think. Yeah, I thought that this would happen, that they would start shooting at us. We'll actually fall them back to this tree line, so that maybe in the future we can make use of them as a kind of an ambush unit. And it seems like we actually do have to move our units a little, because it seems like they are approaching like more to our left flank, you know, and we have to adjust ourselves accordingly. We can leave these guys over here, keep those guys around. We also need to move our ranged units like this way, and our spearmen over there. We can also now attack their slingers with our chariots, even though there are some enemy spearmen, but it doesn't really matter, I think. Not that much. So let's secure this flank, and you guys charge at them. And they are getting the free shots at us, which is not cool. Okay, you guys can actually attack those slingers there, or you can just charge in like the general, but we want to get out of there as fast as possible with our chariots, because there are, you know, spears approaching. And yeah, one more thing, the one that I always forget about. Not withdraw, sorry about that. So I think I didn't forget about that, so whatever, okay. We need to focus our fire. And they just have too many of the ranged units. You guys run away with those chariots and charge the enemy slingers instead. You are fast enough to do that, to pull this off. They just have too much firepower.
Your hero is under attack.
Okay, and let's send our hero there.
Ready to fire.
And our axes there in the middle. I forgot that we have them too. And those chariots must deal with the enemy ranged units, otherwise that might be terrible for us.
Combat ready. Massacre them.
And you guys shoot at them if you can.
Combat ready.
Okay, turn around and attack these guys in their backs.
Hungry for glory. Axes.
And because of the tree line, I hardly can see anything. I really hate fighting in the woods because it's almost impossible to see anything from this
Awaiting orders.
bird-like point of view. So we know for sure that we will lose one of our units already. And actually those guys stood idle, I think, which we disapprove. Okay, and what about our slingers there? Let's choose another target.
Attack. Massacre them.
And I think we actually do have
One of
like
your
a
units
little
has no
too
more
much
ammunition.
ranged units. Okay. Also, let's do this thing. Let's break these guys. And those guys need to chase those renowned Dardarian sword fighters.
Sparta's lord. Access.
So that they don't attack our ranged units.
At your command. Forward march.
Swords!
And where is our chariot, by the way? I can see them. They are probably somewhere around there. Yeah, they were there. So let's attack Paris with them. Or at least some of the enemy ranged units.
Spears.
And we definitely need to take that settlement.
Swords!
Or not only settlement, but basically just win this battle with preferably without losing a single unit. We know we will already lose at least one of our units, but on the other hand, it will also be a good excuse for us to finally invest into Menelaus' army a little more, you know. Okay, so these guys, it seems like they ran out of ammo. Another unit lost. So now we will lose 2 units, that much is certain. Maybe more, which is unfortunate, but you know, it's war.
Battle awaits.
You guys fight them, Menelaus.
Massacre them.
And this tree line fight is just terrible. I can't see anything.
Ready to serve. Your warriors are losing heart. Massacre them.
You know what? Let's send our spears there as well.
Arrows ready.
And our arrows will, like, you know what? Let's move like this way a little. And let's charge them in their sides.
Your warriors have been routed.
So I guess just on time I sent those axemen there. Our chariots are also fleeing. And it seems like soon a whole unit of them will also be destroyed. This is a very deadly battle. And I just don't know
Swords! Let's see blood!
How I can make it that I could finally see something, because those trees are just terrible to deal with. Not only am I fighting the trees, the enemy, but also the environment itself.
Destroy the foe!
Okay, so
Attack!
let's now focus
Wreak havoc!
order of our enemy units.
Thy Ares, your warriors are rallying.
What warriors? Okay, these guys. So let's send them over here. They will suffer great losses as well. This battle is so deadly. Okay, you guys don't stand idle, just chase the enemy. Do anything, just be of some use to us. Menelaus, you have to attack those slingers. Those spearmen can do that as well. Or we could send Menelaus against Paris, you know. I'm sorry, Orlando Bloom, but this has to be done. Okay. So you guys go in there and fight. There are only 5 soldiers remaining over there. Not anymore. It seems like either all of them are gone, or like dead, or something else. And right now we are actually winning this battle, despite me not being able to see anything. You guys chase those slingers, punish them.
Your warriors are rallying.
Okay, so you guys go back and attack those spearmen. What a deadly battle. This is just incredible.
Victory.
Okay,
is close enough
and
to taste.
we will try to... You know what, we'll go for this unit, so that they don't come back. And let's attack Paris, actually, with Menelaus. Let's see if we can intercept him. This is personal. Oh yeah. Come on. Go ahead. Attack the Paris, Menelaus. I want to see that. Have you heard him calling you a cuckold? Okay, so let's give a chase to our enemies over there. And I haven't even noticed when, but we actually won this battle. Let's turn on the melee mode. And you guys go there. And you guys help our axemen to deal with what remains of that unit over there. And our swordsmen should do the same thing. And let's see. Paris is having a terrible day right now, which is great for us. I mean, that was a very deadly battle, and weird one as well. You know, it's just terrible to fight in the wooded areas for me. This is just totally terrible. And I wonder if we will get to keep that unit of chariots. I mean, there's only one left. But still. Okay, where is Paris? Oh, he's right over there. Come on, Menelaus, I know you want to stab him. I know you want to be the one who will stab him with this spear. Come on, yes! This is what I was hoping for. For Menelaus to personally stab Paris. Okay, and you guys just come on, deal with those Dardanian spearmen. I think this is the last unit that remains. And now they are gone. Okay, there's only one more unit there, but we can end this battle. Agamemnon victory. So we've turned it from a loss to victory, and we probably lost 2 to 3 units only, which is an incredible outcome. I was about to say terrible, but no, it's an incredible outcome, especially that we were attacked by 2 armies, and now we will also get a chance to recruit some better units into Menelaus' army, you know. Okay, so let's take that settlement now. We'll skip this and we will occupy. And
Menelaus of Sparta.
it seems like both of those armies got actually destroyed in this battle. Let's see. Dardania against Sparta. 2,600 casualties.
Always honorable.
What a bloody battle. What a bloodbath.
I will.
Okay, we want yet another barter agreement in which we would get some extra gold in exchange for something that whoever needs. These guys want gold, so we want someone who has plenty of gold and is not at war with us. These guys have
I hope
evenly
Menelaus
of
is a better
everything,
negotiator
so
than he is a husband.
let's see what would... okay, no, they will just demand a ridiculous amount of basically anything just to sign that treaty. And the King of Troy, what was his name? Priam, I think, is he now a part of Mysia? I don't know, it looks very weird, but he looks like Priam. Priam. Okay, so everyone needs gold, but nobody is actually willing
We may as well speak now.
to give us this. Okay, these guys are more rational. So what can we give them in exchange? Well, definitely food, like even 100,000. Okay, then let's increase that number. Okay, that is all they can offer us, so let's decrease our number. You know what, we'll go for like 70,000. Okay, still too much. 65,000. 60. We're getting there. 55. Okay, what about 45? A little too little. Okay, we can agree on that. That's great. And that means we can recruit these 2 of those units for Menelaus, but he will still have to wait for 3 turns until, you know, he can move basically.
I'll win or die trying.
And I think it's pretty much safe for us to colonize Timbra now. So that is what we'll do.
Battle
We
call.
can also attack these guys.
Bring their deaths.
So let's do that as well. And look at that, we would lose a single of our units. So... okay, whatever.
Bring the pain.
Let's sacrifice them.
They'll be our slaves.
At least they will be one army short. Our enemies, I mean. Okay, and are there any more incoming threats from any directions? I think we've basically dealt with the majority of like enemy armies invading our territories. There's also this army approaching, but maybe we can deal with them somehow. Like maybe we can... so they are called Aenos. Maybe we can strike a peace treaty with them. Aenos, right.
I'm not looking forward to
Okay,
this discourse.
so let's balance the offer. We have plenty of bronze, so okay. And this way we should save our settlements over here, at least for some time. Okay, Diabetes, aka Diomedes, should go further south now. And let's see if he can actually take the Olinos settlement. This is a risky move, honestly, because we will basically entrap ourselves. And we will most likely, the Diomedes most likely will be attacked from two sides by the enemy armies. But on the other hand, he will be backed up by the garrison of the settlement, so eight units strong. So we still have a very good shot at actually dealing with these guys. We can also move one more of our armies over there to support him, to support Diomedes, I mean. And yeah, and by the way, Agamemnon should also be now, yeah, he is ready for battle, so finally, after all this time, we can finally send him to battle. But our enemies are cowards, but this will not save them. Because, as I promised him, he has a powerful army. Okay. Agamemnon, the supposed king of kings, now serves under the rule of Sparta, under the Menelaus. But this is basically what we are doing in Total War Across the Ages series. We change the history, and we now destroyed yet another of the enemy factions and secured another region as well, or even province. So this should, for a while at least, stop the rebellions. And Agamemnon, basically, I don't know what to do with Agamemnon anymore. We could send him over to Troy to support his brother in taking Troy, you know. But I'm not sure about that. Okay, all of our armies either moved or are recruiting. So let's continue with the upgrades. Sipelos, our bronze production. That is definitely what we want always. Boost to public order. And over here we will also go for the food production. We have so much food each turn right now. There's so much income in food each turn. This is just incredible. I think the income is probably even higher than in Total War Pharaoh, when we played as Babylon at the same time, you know, after the exact amount of turns. Okay, so let's just end the turn. And we will see what happens next. And another declaration of war. I don't really know why do they keep doing that if they see that everyone who declares the war on me is not ending well. They are basically just getting completely destroyed. Do you remember how many enemy factions we had and how little enemy factions are right now? It says something, doesn't it? Okay. Someone got motivation -5. Okay. So, you know what the best thing to do, or the most satisfying for me thing would be right now? To confederate with Ithaca and get control over all their territories right now, which would basically unite the majority of the Greek territories. But unfortunately, I can bet that this is not going to work. Quick deals, confederation. Yeah, Ithaca is more likely to do that than they were before. But still.
You have been wronged, but a broken pledge may yet be mended.
I actually wonder... their strength rank is 3. So, I actually wonder if I gave them an ultimatum to confederate with me, would they actually join? Would I be so scary for them, scary enough to
Occupy the settlement.
that they would actually join that confederation? And if they did, that would be so satisfying. Let's go to Olinos to protect that settlement. And I think this faction, the Elis, is now down to just a single settlement, I think. And I think I'm not wrong. There are also these guys who seem to be pretty much neutral. It works for me. Right, so Agamemnon. What should I do with you? You know what, we'll wait a little longer. Also with this guy. And over here, we'll go back, enter a Norman stance or non-stance, and recruit the unit we lost. And these were these guys, if I remember correctly. So they will be ready in 3 turns, which is a long time, but okay. It's basically how it always works. You have to wait for the best things. And let's see if we can strike a peace deal with Bithyni.
I can't
Okay.
see how this will help.
Okay, we can actually. So,
Wish
let's actually sign that peace treaty with them. Which solves our problem of defending those settlements around here for a couple of turns, I think. And soon enough we are going to go for Troy. Okay, so before I do something stupid, I'm just going to do a safe confederation with Ithaca. And that is exactly what I'm trying, what I'll try to do. I don't want to declare the war on them, but they seem to be a rising strategic threat. We are a dominant strategic threat, which should give us, you know, actually a good chance of Ithaca agreeing to the ultimatum, you know. I think. Let's test it out.
Words have failed.
They rejected. So it seems like we will go to war now with Ithaca. I really hate that. They were a good ally for a long time, but we need to unite our territories, you know. There are just too many unattended territories, and
Let my
we
enemies
need to
beware.
change that.
Total destruction. Take them down.
But on the other hand, Agamemnon can prove himself in battle right now. Okay, let's
Add it to
occupy.
my territory.
To your territory? I wouldn't say so. Those are Menelaus' territories now. Okay,
Forging war.
Son of Titan.
we will see if Agapino will be able to take the settlement of Menelaus in next turn. And
Ever faithful.
it's most unfortunate, but
Born.
you know how it goes.
Make me proud.
Sometimes you have to betray
Them
your...
down.
Oh, was that a betrayal, by the way? I mean, we gave them an
Taking
ultimatum.
over.
Nobody told them to reject that. So I guess partially it's on them. They could just join the Confederation and we wouldn't have a problem. But I don't know where Ithaca has its armies, which might be problematic for us in the future, but for now let's just not think about that. And we can also now take the settlement in which Helen is at. So yeah, royal decree available. We will go for Beast of War, so it unlocks a Trojan horse siege tower, which should improve our siege capabilities. Basically, now we will have it much easier to storm the enemy walls. Okay, settlement upgrade available. And I basically didn't plan on conquering all of the world, but as you can see, I'm still not planning to conquer all of the world as I did in the Pharaoh as a Babylon. But as you can see, the constant wars against some minor factions, other Greek factions, basically forced me to conquer more territories. What is this? A declaration of war. Another one. Okay. So I think they just assumed that because I am at war with Ithaca, they have a good shot at taking some of our territories. So we will just prove them wrong. Hopefully, because this army approaching is actually pretty strong. But this is not their army. Okay, so first of all, let's perform those military actions. So let's take Aegean. Okay.
The foe.
And we will suffer some damage, but at least we will not lose a single unit, so
I claim
it still
this
works
place.
for me. And it was basically still a capital of the province, so that is why we suffered such a great losses in a couple of those units. Let's see if Agamemnon can lure our enemies out. And he can, and he will. Which means why can we, like, okay,
Let them go.
so he doesn't like neither taking captives nor
You
killing
can rely on me.
the captives,
Break some heads.
so we'll just take them for treasury. And over here right now we will occupy that settlement. And another enemy faction destroyed.
I've got what it
So right now this war against Ithaca will go really fast, I think. We can't forget about those territories there. We cannot do that. Okay, so there's that. There was another settlement. Okay, there's one settlement over there. So actually, let's go for Lefka settlement with Selenius. Okay.
all out attack. It's ours now.
Okay, so there's that. It would be even better to secure like the sources of bronze production and food production to force Ithaca into possibly signing a peace treaty with us, with a confederation on mind, you know, to save ourselves some time and some people.
The lion of Mycenae.
Okay, can Salamis be taken by Agamemnon?
Cross me.
It should be able to.
Hold your nerve.
Yeah, Salamis will be now ours. The sound seems buggy.
This city is mine.
Okay. So soon enough, all of those territories will be ours, it seems. And while we will be there, we might as well just, you know, attack those guys. I mean, I'm getting really expansive right now. And first of all, let's sign a peace deal with these Macedonians, or whatever they are called. Macedonians, right? So,
We might as well try talking.
oh, because we are unreliable. Oh, yeah, because I broke a non-aggression pact. That is why they just are not willing to sign that peace treaty with me, you know. That is why. And you know what? It seems that we actually cannot do anything about that. So we will have to defend ourselves over there. So let's just push this thing and this thing. And let's just hope that this will be enough to stop this army. I don't know what kind of army it is. We definitely will not have like superb units to defend that settlement. Okay, but for now, over there, across the sea, Menelaus continues to recruit some lost units. This guy will be ready in 2 turns. And is there anything else? We can go for... Oh yeah, definitely that. Extra bronze production. Some constructions are available, but we are not investing anything into that settlement, because we don't know if we will get to keep it. At Tyrinthia, some upgrades available as well. Over here we'll go for gold production. And another imminent rebellion somewhere around there. But fortunately, there's Agamemnon around, so soon enough he will deal with that rebellion, unless this rebellion will crush itself on the walls of our settlements, or a settlement, as they did plenty of times before. Let's spend those skill points.
Courage and strong tactics.
Extra casualty replenishment rate. And for Agamemnon we will go for shield wall. So what is this? A toggle, okay. Actually, let's go for this thing. Okay, and I think this is all for this turn and this episode. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, a comment and subscription, and hopefully I'll see you next time. So see you around. Bye.